Hello everyone, Mark here. I'm at BCA Car Auctions again, making a habit of this. This is a 2009 Qashqai I've just bought. Now the hammer price was 650 quid, pretty cheap. Plus the fees, that comes to about 1,050 quid, so not so cheap. But condition wise, it's really good. The report was clean, barely a mark on it. I've had a quick walk around it, can't see much wrong with it at all. Did just find one problem though. Went to get the key, so when you come to the cars, the keys are in these little boxes on the windows. Box was empty, so I opened the door and the key is there and it's stuck in the ignition. I've tried everything, can't get the key out. There is a spare key which I have, well, it's in my pocket now, and when you shut the door, because the key's in the ignition, you can't lock the car. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get that fixed. So it's a car you can't really leave in the car park, or you can't leave anywhere really. Luckily I live in a nice quiet town where nothing really happens, so not an issue for me, but for someone who buys it, it's going to be an issue. So I'll have to see if I can get that out and see why it's jamming in there. They did not mention that in the report. If they did, I wouldn't have bought it, so it's a bit naughty. They mentioned everything else, they point out every little mark and stuff, but they don't mention something quite important like that. But other than that, I mean, MOT 5 or 6 months, a couple of advisories, 138,000 miles. Now this is the Techna one, so it's a slightly better spec. That's a bit stiff. Spare wheel in there. I've checked the fluids. Now this is the 1.6 petrol. I do prefer the diesel one. They sell better, but these sell okay. I've had a few before. Can't fault them really. But anyway, gonna hit the road now. Hopefully nothing else appears or happens along the way. Hope it's just that key I need to get sorted. And look at some advisories maybe once it makes it back to base. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's go. Sounds pretty good. No issues at all. Right, well, I've got some history here to look through when I get back. And that's it really. I think it might need a service, it might not. The oil is very clean, but I just want to make sure it was done recently. It's all very well saying to someone, oh yeah, it's got clean oil, but you know, they might not take that too seriously. I've just noticed it's got a cool electric blind. That works nicely. I'll leave that open, I think. Okay, oh, there's some photos here. Oh, isn't that nice? Okay, if that's yours, let me know. I'll send it to you if you see this video. Right, let's get going. Right, well, let's hit the road. I've just messaged my friend who's got these. He said, have you pushed it in as you turn? Yes, I have. So it's definitely not that. It's going to require some more investigation, I think. I mean, I'll let them know it's happened, that they didn't put it on the report. There's no way they're going to do anything about it, but, you know, at least they know. So, feels okay. The brakes, I've never had a car with brakes this sensitive before. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but I keep doing emergency stops. I've got 43 miles of fuel apparently, so I'll need to put in 10-15 quid. Other than that, yeah, I think we should be okay. Well, this car has a quite nasty steering wheel shake over 60. It gets worse as you go faster. Yeah, really weird. From the front, I can feel it in the steering wheel, and I can also hear it. So, wheel bearing, drive shaft, don't know, wheel imbalance maybe, but it feels a bit worse to be an imbalanced wheel, so need to get that looked at, I think. Well, I do feel slightly stupid. Got the key out. Turns out, let me put my light on, there's a button just there. So what someone had done is put the key in. I don't know why they use this, because you don't need to. Turn it off, then you've got to press this button here, then you can take it out. But once you've got in the car, you can put your foot on the brake, I think. I'm not sure if you need to. And then the key. Ah, okay, so it doesn't always work. That's why they did it then. I just got it working. You can turn the ignition on without the key, but let's try it again. Maybe it's on the timer. There we go. So once the door's shut, put your foot on the brake, it turns on just fine, and you can start the car. So yeah, I don't know why they use the key, because it seems to be fine. So, oh, that's bright. Right, I can cross that off the to-do list. I've dropped it off to the garage anyway because it's got that shaking noise. I reckon it could be drive shaft because it's inconsistent. So if it was a wheel bearing or gearbox, I think it'd always be there, but it kind of comes and goes. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. So you can be doing 70 and it's really strong, and then suddenly it's smooth. So it might just be a drive shaft. It does need an outer CV boot, so while they're doing that, they might as well just chuck on a new boot. If not, I'll get Reg to do it once I know what the problem is. And then it's also got some clunks, maybe from the drop links or front arms. Again, if they can do it cheap enough here, or I can pass it on to Reg. But yeah, that is good news. I'll put this back on now because it doesn't need to be on there. Well, it doesn't need to be off, rather. There we go. Let's try it again. Yeah, so you got to put your foot on the brake and then it works. Right, good stuff. Well, she's back. So the garage said it needed new rear bushes and an engine mount. So I think the engine mount was causing a bit of vibration on pull away, which is now gone. And the sort of the clunk from the back, that's the bushes. And they said it should fix the shaking as well, but they also said the brakes need doing. Now I can still feel a wobble in the wheel, and that's got to be a warp disc or sticky caliper or something. So I'm going to probably get some new discs and pads once I whip the wheels off and see what's what. But that's quite an easy job. And then I can get the car cleaned and marketed. Bit of a mess in here. I can see doggy prints on the back, so they need cleaning off. But otherwise, yeah, still in budget with this one. Still money to be made, so let's get to it. Oh, another thing I noticed. So you got the heated seat. So that's a rocker switch which stays on, so low and high. This one, it returns to the middle, so you have to hold it to keep it on. I wonder if there's some dirt trapped in there or something. I'll take it off, see if I can fix it, but otherwise new switch needed for that. Well, I've done a bit of diagnostics in the rain. The discs and pads actually look okay. I've spun the rear wheels, they're free moving. The front wheels, now this one here is biting, and I think it's the wheel bearing. It's making a really loud noise, so wheel bearing needed on that side. And this side, although it spins silently and it's free spinning, it wobbles like that, so that's also a wheel bearing. One option is to buy the wheel bearings. They're cheap, but then get them pressed in and out, which is time consuming and labour intensive, so I don't think it's worth it. But I've just found on eBay about 50 quid for a set of two. That's the hubs with the bearing built in. So all you need to do is remove the knuckle, and then you can unbolt it and bolt the new ones in. So that's what I'll do. I'll probably get ready to do that one. It's just starting to chuck it down now. So yeah, waterproof coat's going on. It's not that waterproof. I need to get a new one, but it needs washing, needs photographing, it needs the inside doing. So no time like the present. here we are, all nice and clean, getting good at this, aren't I? Done everything, glass, trim dressings, full hoover inside, done the seats, engine bay, tyre shine obviously. Yeah, everything's pretty, well, it's come up really well actually. It's quite important to spend the time doing it. I find about 95% of the cars I sell will sell on the first viewing. So if the car is presentable when people turn up, it just creates that psychological barrier that it has been looked after. So it's definitely worth putting some effort into it. And for me, I don't normally spend this long. Whoa! And for me, I don't normally spend this long valeting the car, but on this occasion I had to. But even so, I reckon I lost about 3 hours maybe. By the time I would have got it off to the nearest sort of hand car wash, left it there, got a lift back, went to pick it up again. It's not much in it really, and it would have cost me probably over 100 quid easily. So yes, pretty happy with this. So all I need to do now is get the advert up, drop the car off to Reg, that's my ride home, and he's going to do the hub bearings, which will be arriving shortly, and then that'll be it, I think. Hopefully it will be going this weekend, but let's see. It's Friday now, hoping not to have it for too long. Need to do a bit of touching in on the bumper here, so I'll Photoshop this on my phone, so to speak. I've ordered some paint for that, so I'll touch that in, and any other little marks I find. But all in all, yeah, pretty happy with the final result. Shame I had to spend nearly 200 at the garage, it's eating into the budget a bit, but can't be helped sometimes. There's still some money left in here, not as much as I was hope, but let's see on the final numbers when the car shifts. Well, I've just had a viewing on the Qashqai, and that's my new sales gong. Didn't sound as good as I was hoping, I'll be honest. You know when you buy something online and it turns up and it's you're slightly disappointed. Anyway, I will be using this though. So, first viewing, test drove, couldn't fault it, and she took it there and then. Now that car, I mean, I know it's not going to make a lot anyway, but sometimes you lose money, sometimes you break even, so it's all part of the game, so I can't be too unhappy about it. So I'll summarise with some numbers on that one then. The car and the fees, £1,064.80. So travel, I'm allowing £37.50 because that's what it cost me to get up to the auction and back. Had to put 17 quid of fuel in. So the garage bill, that was the rear bushes and engine mount, £188.94. The hubs, so eBay, I got them off eBay because they were cheaper, but they only sent me one. So the car was on the ramp, you know, in the air with the wheels off with only one hub, so I had to buy another one from GR Car Parts. So got one cheap, one expensive. So one hub was £22.99, the other hub was 48 quid. Touch-up paint, £7.59. The little heated seat switch, £14.50. Gave Reg a total of 70 quid for doing the bits and bobs for me. So that was the brakes. He got the brakes unseized, new caliper was on, the discs went on, and then he also did the hubs as well, the hub bearings. Discs and pads, £60.72. Brake caliper, £14.99. Set of mats, 8 quid. So that's a total spend of £1,555.45, all the fives there. Sale price, I had it up for £18.50, managed to get £17.50 for it, which was a good price, I think. Really good condition, top spec. It was the Techno model, so it had everything. So that's a profit of, not much, but it's a profit, £194.55. Was it worth it? Not really. Wouldn't do that again if I'd known it was bad. But the VAT man will still come along, he'll still come knocking. So the VAT margin on that is £114 minus the VAT I can claim back, so £64 VAT to pay. So that leaves £130 left in the company, so to speak. And then that's taxable, obviously, so that is £104, which I can then take and then get taxed on that as well. But whole nother matter. So yeah, doesn't always work out, but sometimes it's good to recover than lose money. So could have been worse, could have needed more things doing. I mean, one more extra thing that would have wiped out profit entirely. So yeah, could have been worse. Anyway, thanks for joining me on that one. Thanks also to Reg. He's very handy. He's local to me, so he does lots of my car work. He's got his own channels and stuff. I'll put links in the description. Country Metal, he's got some pretty cool stuff, some cool projects as well, so check him out. Oh, and if you are selling your car in the Dorset or Hampshire area, hit me up, mark.steigercars@gmail.com. Get some pictures in a description, I'll give you a price for it. Otherwise, thanks for watching, see you on the next one. Bye for now.